Stop it scratching. You're fine.
Okay, so today I was going to talk about inviting and all of that fun stuff because it seems to be a hang up with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So the first things first is you really have to get into the mindset of inviting. Now, that means a positive mindset and a mindset of abundance, not fear, because I feel like a lot of people go into the invitation process with prospects out of fear, and then it's just a weird thing that happens when you do that and the stuff that gets put out into the universe. So listen
Like
to
bad
yes, exactly. So like listening to personal development before you jump into a invite sequence. So like for me personally, like I sent out 20 invites today and it was more or less copy and paste, and it depended on where I was in the conversation process with these people. That was like a copy and paste. So if it was like somebody I'd never talked to before, it was like a brand new message. If it was somebody that I have talked to a bunch of times before, that was a different message.
Right.
You know, so that kind of stuff. So, and then the other thing that people don't realize is like, once you actually get into this process, how many no's you have to get until you actually get a yes.
Right.
So there's a lot of rejection in this, and there's ways to overcome the objections that people have, but then there's also a time and place where it's like, all right, I'm just going to back off a little bit and, you know, whatever. And that comes with time and getting familiar with doing these things over and over and over and over again. It's like repetition, right? So not only do you get better at your conversations when you're constantly doing the things every day, but you also get more comfortable with doing the things every day. And it doesn't seem so weird. So if we could all just go into inviting with that mindset of there's a million people out there, I have an amazing gift to offer, and I'm really being selfish by not giving it to other people, so because they will not feel how I feel. I think it'll really change people's how they go into the inviting process, the results that they get from that. Because when I'm like in a weird mood, I'll be honest, like my conversations don't go well. But when I am in that mindset of, you're stupid if you don't join me kind of thing, that's when I get the most sales. Like seriously, when I am the most cocky, I don't even care. It's cocky. When I'm the most cocky about you're missing out if you don't join us because we know how to do XYZ, that is when I get the most sales. So that's definitely one of those things. And then by doing this repetitively, you just get more comfortable with the whole process. And it's when we pull back and we stop doing those things that it gets weird and uncomfortable again. And I'm victim to that as well. Like I have not invited like I have in this past since like the last week. And I couldn't tell you how long. Because I can hit Success Club off of a post, but I've been doing this for 5 years. I have results that speak for themselves. Like I don't want to say I don't have to do a lot of work, but I do have a lot of conversations with people behind the scenes about unrelated health and fitness stuff. So it's something that I've been working on this for 5 years though. So when there's new people that come in, because I feel like some people get a little discouraged at first because you're getting a ton of no's because you don't know how to engage in the conversation. You don't know how to steer the conversation the way that you want to. Or you just have people flat out telling you no, which is fine. We get a little discouraged about that, which is normal. And that's why everybody on the team though is here. So take screenshots of your conversations if you don't know how to do it, and somebody could help you with that conversation. And who cares if you saw it and you don't get back to them for an hour? Like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So if you just I'm speaking to the whole entire team, because I really was hoping 2 people would be on here because I felt like they really needed to hear this message today. But everybody has rejections. I'm no different. I literally have this sheet here that I'm using. It's 100 boxes, and I'm determined.
I was looking for that sheet.
So I'm going to post this in the team when we're done. I have intentions of getting all the way to the bottom. I have red X's on people who told me no today.
Mhm.
I have yellow X on somebody who is like, I'm just waiting to get money. And then I have no green X's yet, which will be the yeses, but I don't have one yet. And I sent out 20 invites today. So I'm no different than anybody else. We just have to get through the no's to get to the yes. And they say on average, for every 10 no's, you're going to get one yes. So if I send out 100 of these, technically I should be able to get 10 yeses. Is that going to be the scenario? I don't know.
Could be.
But all we can do is try. So I feel like this is important for people doing Team Cup because you're pushing for like goals outside of your comfort zones. So I'm going to put these in the team page so that everybody can download one and print it out. And then what I've been doing is I've actually been writing their name in the box.
I remember what last year you had posted them too, and that's what I was doing. I was putting the names in there and everything, and I tried looking for I had saved a copy, and of course I can't find it, so I'm like,
yes, I have it. So I actually printed out two because I'm working my thing and Brian's. So I'm kind of doing a twofer. So that was kind of where that was at. I don't think I really had anything else. It was just more about, oh yes, this was important because I have little notes here. So when we go into inviting, this goes with recruiting too. So like when we're recruiting coaches or whatever, right? We have to really think about valuing people and what is it that you can do to improve someone else's life. That doesn't mean throwing your agenda on somebody, because I used to be victim to that myself. So I can totally speak on this because once I changed my thought process on things and got away from the people that were telling me to do things other ways, it definitely changed the game. So valuing people and then knowing what they want and finding those people to serve and giving them, what it is that they want, us working for them. That means your challengers, that means coaches that join your team, whatever that is. So like when you help other people get what they want, in turn, you'll eventually get what you want. That goes for customers and coaches. So that was like a huge thing that I wanted to touch on, because I feel like we can sit there and be like, well, I want these numbers, but if you're just selling shit and not actually helping people, it's not going to do your business any good. So that's something to think about. I think that's it. Do you have anything to add, dear? No? Okay. All right, grumpers.
Pan away.
Right? So, that was it. Once we're done here, I will post these in the team page so that you can print out a copy and get to business. But I think
once my freaking internet comes back.
Yeah, ours has been silly too. So, but I will stop the recording.